In today's video, we're going to do a little sketchbook tour. Just going to show you a few pages in my sketchbook. Stick around till the end because I give you some advice on using your sketchbook in a really interesting way that is going to help you develop as an artist. That's all we want to do. We want to develop, we want to get better, we want to improve, and it's all about pushing yourself and being creative. So stick around till the end. If you like this video, then why not hit subscribe? Thanks, guys. So I always start off with all of my sketchbooks. It's something I started doing years ago. We start off with a self-portrait. I quite like drawing myself and painting myself, and I think it's a really good way of tracking your skill because the source doesn't really change. I mean, we all age, but it's a gradual process. And it's a nice way of tracking the gradual decline and deterioration of age. This is from 2021. You can't see that there, but that's where that's from. And I used my sketchbooks as well as a little bit of a scrapbook. So this is the RWA entry thing there as well. So that's page 1. Life drawing is really, really important. So a few poses here from a life drawing class. These are 5-minute poses. And obviously you're not going to get a lot of detail doing these 5-minute poses, but what you're doing is you're making choices with the lines that you're putting down and you're trying to get the proportions right. So I always think a 5-minute pose you can achieve quite a lot, and I quite like these. I think they look all right. Slightly longer 10-minute pose here. I'll move that over so you can see. So there's a 10-minute pose and a 15-minute pose. Again, looking at relationships between, like trying to get the figure in perspective, trying to get the relationships right, so you can kind of see the sort of frameworks that I'm putting down, the broad lines, and then getting into the detail. I love a face, so I do end up putting a lot more detail into the face. And this is a 30-minute pose, a lot more involved here. This is a tough one, the kind of foreshortening that you have in the body. You've got to, the really important thing is draw what you see, people. Don't draw in your head. Don't think, right, this is a head, this is a face, draw what you see. Use your pencil, use what you've got. You kind of do the artist thing where you extend it out and you look. That's all about looking at the relationships there, all right? And trying to get the right things down. Make the right choices. It is only drawing at the end of the day, so if you make the wrong choices, that's okay. Nothing's happened, no one's exploded or died, but it's a learning process. So look back at your drawings and think, what is this good? What can I do better? What can I look better next time? Have I got the foreshortening right? This is a really challenging pose, this one. A few more life drawing poses, some 5-minute poses, which I quite like. Again, it's about making choices and getting things down in perspective. Some 10-minute and 10-minute and 15-minute pose there, which again is just magic because you're not going to get a massive amount of detail, really just training your eye to make sure that everything is kind of in relation to one another, all right? And you can see my love of the face. I love drawing faces, they're genius. Final page, and it's my little late cat Tiggy. She died recently, and these are some of the final drawings I did of her. She's a cat, she's not the best sitter. This is Tiggy, very quick, very, very quick in occasions. Drawings of just different poses. These wouldn't have happened all in one sitting, but I like to take one idea and just use that in one spread. So I think this page really illustrates the benefit of using a sketchbook and really what sketchbooks are for. I've got the same thing, so it's obviously an apple, but I've done it in red and black here, in a very limited, I think it's raw umber and titanium white here, and then colored pencil here, ink, and then pencil. Sometimes I just time myself and have like 10 minutes. Sometimes I just do a longer drawing. These two have taken a little bit longer. The pencil one's a bit more involved, I think. But it's really just about experimenting. Don't be precious in your sketchbook. Just experiment. It's about learning. This is not like, nothing in here is going to be exhibited in in anywhere, but it's just for me to look back and think, right, this is what did I learn here? What is the important lessons here? So really just remember, sketchbooks are all about learning. Hope you enjoyed that little tour through my sketchbook, a few pages there. There are many other sketchbooks, and I may do another sketchbook tour, and I might go a little bit more detailed later on. Hope you have a wonderful day, and whatever you do today, make some art.